I finally even admitted, I was like, yeah, he's done. He's not get back. And so my expectations were very low. And I'm so upset that I bailed at the very end because what he showed me, Rex, is if this guy could stay healthy, there's so much game left. I was blown away at how good he looked.
Oh, and I'm with you. And it's a big if. I mean, if you're absolutely right. If he stays healthy, put it in all caps, put it in italics, however you want to do it. If he stays healthy, and look, no one has really gone through this kind of surgery at their peak, in their prime, so to speak.
Right.
The only player that's really even close was Davis Love. He had fusion surgery on his upper back, and Davis actually texted Tiger on Monday, because they talk a lot. I think Davis was instrumental in getting Tiger to actually have the surgery. And his line was, look, if you play 20 events for the next 3 years, you're an athlete. You're going to figure it out. And that's to your point. If he can stay healthy, he'll figure out a way to win again. Now, I don't know. I can't imagine how he ever gets back to something closer to 2008, 2000, 2015, or 2013, whatever year you want to pick. I just think the level of competition is different now. I don't want to say better. I think that's offensive to previous generation, but it's just different, and they don't have that intimidation factor. But absolutely, he can win again. As a matter of fact, I would be surprised if he stays healthy, that if he doesn't win again next season.
Yeah, I agree with you, and I didn't think that a week ago. I mean, I was just like as skeptical as anybody else. I was like, we've been through this a million times. He lies at every press conference. It says he feels great, and then he's wincing. Didn't see any of that. Going after it as hard as you've seen Tiger in recent years. I mean, you saw that recoil with that 2-iron or 3-wood or whatever in the fairway when he's going for these par 5s, driving par 4s, 335 yards. I mean, blowing it by Justin Thomas at times. It was just unbelievable to me. I mean, look, he still was sloppy, and Saturday was a tough day for him and a lot of other guys. But oh my God, I just can't. I'm still stunned that he has that much game left. And why is it that we so quickly forget? It was just a few years ago when he was healthy. What did he win, 5 or 6 times the last time he was on tour?
The Saturday round, I'm throwing that out, Rex, because everyone struggled on Saturday. I mean, if you shot 70 or 71 on Saturday, you played great.
Well, no one broke 70, I don't believe.
Yeah, maybe 1 or 2. But the wind was so bad, I'm throwing that out.
The scoring average on Saturday was 75, and he shot 75. So essentially he shot even par. So I agree with you. Yeah.
And then he was out for, as you said, 301-plus days. And listen, we know it's not a real event, but, those guys have egos. They're the top players in the world. And he beat DJ, he beat Justin Thomas, and he beat Koepka. I mean, 3 major winners who they didn't want to go out there and play poorly. I can assure you of that.
No, I mean, look, it's a small field, but it's the best field in golf. You can make an argument. And, look, this for them, for a guy like Justin Thomas, who admitted yesterday that, look, he hasn't been practicing, it really doesn't hold the same sway, let's say, as when he shows up at Stony Open in a few weeks to defend his title there.
Yeah.
However, I will say that it's not easy. I mean, you still have to, compete against some of the best players in the world. Now, the litmus test will be when we show up at Torrey Pines in a few weeks, and that's a more difficult golf course, and guys are in form. But, yeah, I mean, by all accounts, I think everybody has to give – if you're giving grades, it's easily an A for what Tiger did last week.
So, Rex, you mentioned Torrey Pines. That's the Farmers. That's January 25th. Do you think Tiger will play in any tournament before January 25th? That's a long ways away.
No. Yeah, no, I don't think so. It's 7 weeks. And he didn't want to talk about his schedule. He wanted to get to this week and assess, and, that was kind of predictable. But he's going to stick to his normal schedule. I think he might add some things because he's not qualified for the big events like he used to be, the World Golf Championship event. So I think he has to mix it up a little bit. But at least from the start of the season, talking about Torrey Pines, Los Angeles, that event benefits his foundation, so he'll play there. All the way through the Masters, it's pretty predictable. After that, I think he might start adding a couple on the side.
What was fun to watch with Tiger was the emotion. The fist pumps. He was pissed when he was missing putts.
So great.
The fist pumps when he made the eagles. You got the feeling that the old Tiger was back. And just imagine what Tiger, maybe he doesn't get back to 1 in the world or 5 in the world or 10 in the world. But even if he's just relevant again, what that does for the industry. Rex, you can speak to it. I mean, the industry has really suffered. Now it's starting to get back now. But golf courses around the country were closing because Tiger wasn't around anymore. And, people weren't money, they weren't playing. For the industry in general, for Tiger to get back, that will boost it. It's got to.
Well, and if you just look at it from a purely competitive standpoint, I mean, you have some of these wonderful, young, talented players that are easy to root for. You're talking about Jordan and Justin and Rory and Jason Day. They've never competed against Tiger as best. And just imagine, that is like a video game. I mean, all of a sudden now we're talking about it's not a hypothetical, well, could he beat Tiger? Well, now we're going to find out. if Tiger comes back, something close to where he was before, it's going to be fascinating. And you're right. I just think the appeal of Tiger Woods, and you saw it for the last 5 days, it's still there. People still want to flock out and see him. And I think you combine that with the young players, it's very good for the game.